In this town, there's no off-season. The news never stops, and neither do we. It's always game day in Cleveland with Andy Baskin and Daryl Ryder.
Welcome to the Friday Brownie Bites edition of It's Always Game Day in Cleveland. I'm Daryl Ryder. Browns coming off their first win of the season. They welcome the 0-2 New York Giants to town on Sunday. Let's start with the tackle situation. It's been a story since week one. Dawand Jones will play through his sore knee, it appears, while Jack Conklin could be active Sunday after a full week of practice. So good news there. As for Jedrick Wills, it doesn't look like or sound like he's ready. Let's hear from all three this week.
Yeah, as long as the guys can go, I should be able to go. That's about it. Just let the trainer handle the rest. And unless they tell me I can't do it, and unless I physically can't do it, they're not going to tell me I can't go out there practice.
Well, yeah, I think it's like anything else with playing with football. Is it sort of becomes a competition at that point. And it makes it more fun when you're in there and you're rehabbing and for an unfortunate thing, but you can make fun out of it by pushing each other and doing that type of thing. I'm feeling. Like I said, feeling better and better every week, so I think there's a good shot, if this week goes well, I'll be ready to roll. It's definitely always a hard balance because you want to get back out there, but you also need to listen to your body and make sure that you're right, you're actually ready. So it's definitely difficult not being out there, but like I said, I'm feeling better and better every week, so I'm excited to get back out there.
I'm getting there. I don't know when I'll be playing. It's up to the coaches. Maybe this week, maybe next week. It just depends. It's definitely frustrating, but it is what it is. Like I told her, just control what you control, and whenever I'm ready, I'll be ready. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Each time I was out there in practice, it's felt pretty good. Just got to make sure I'm in shape, make sure I stay healthy, make sure it doesn't decrease at all, things like that. It's a long season, so there's a rush to come back and be with the team, but you can't rush injury like this. You got to make sure you're 100% healthy so you don't re-injure and you can play for there and be there week in and week out.
All-Pro defensive end Myles Garrett is also banged up. Both of his feet are bothering him. He rested on Wednesday and Thursday. That could be the plan going forward to help him deal with the discomfort.
All right. I guess we'll see when we get there. Don't feel 100%, but feel good enough to go out there and make a difference. So we'll go out there and do that. I hope not. Hopefully, next couple weeks, things will continue to get better until it's not something that's bothering me as consistent as it is. So just trying to stay on it and manage things as they are right now. When I'm out there and I'm consistently out there, obviously you get tired. You're going back to back to back. But the warmer I get and the more reps I get, it starts to feel more comfortable. And then you kind of once you start to sit for a little bit in those lulls, then it kind of gets cold and things of that nature. So. It definitely helps for I'm not taking too many plays at a time, and that's just better on my body for the long term. But it's also good to be out there for a little bit and to make sure I get warmed up and I feel like I can move. It's still there, it's still painful. It's just trying to get it as well as I can. Really try to. Lower the amount of inflammation and manage the pain until Friday, and then definitely got to get some reps and some high speed reps, and on my leg, get some running in so that I don't have to worry about anything else like soft tissue injuries, hamstring, or anything like that. So just trying to take really the high speed load off until Friday, and then see how it feels, see how well I can go. Feels good. Lock and load, let's go. But until then, we're letting it ride.
Garrett looks to join Khalil Mack in 2018 as the only player since 2000 to record a sack and forced fumble in their first 3 games of a season Sunday. Now to Amari Cooper. His slow start been a focus all week. Just 5 catches for 27 yards on 17 targets for the 5-time Pro Bowler, who is not one for making excuses.
Just a slow start, just some bumps in the road in terms of my play, but it's motivated me for sure, and I'll be back. Not necessarily in terms of that, but it's definitely motivating and humbling, and sometimes I need that. So, of course, you want to go out there and play your best brand of football individually as early as possible. So definitely been frustrating, but hey, it is what it is. You got to go out there and just play your game, get back focused, lock back in, and that's what I'm looking to do. Just got to play better. I don't look at the inch here, inch there. I mean, yeah, it does play a factor sometimes, but just me knowing my game, knowing myself, just got to go out there and play my brand of football, play up to my standards. So I haven't been doing that for the past couple of weeks, but like I said, I've been motivated. So it's time to get going. So yeah, we can always be more intentional. Like I went out there yesterday, I treated practice like the game, and that's what I'm gonna go and do every single day of practice moving forward. Just treating the practice like the game, attacking it just like I would the game. And I can't say I've necessarily been doing that, but that's what I got to do. Sometimes you just fall off a little bit. You need a reminder, and that's what the first 2 weeks kind of gave me. And so I'm back on track, I would say.
Kevin Stefanski has cautioned everyone not to get caught up in the 0-2 record for the Giants. Defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz, linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and safety Grant Delpit break down quarterback Daniel Jones and New York's explosive rookie receiver Malik Neighbors.
I mean, he's the second most targeted receiver in the NFL right now. It's 2 games, so small sample size. But, I don't know if anybody else sees the comparison, but he reminds me a lot of Odell Beckham, just in the way he moves and his run after the catch ability and things like that. They target him a lot when they're looking for big plays, and also they target him on some short passes that he's been able to break tackles and things like that. They have an explosive offense when it comes to big plays. Slayton is fast. Wandell is he's a small guy, but he doesn't play small. He does all the dirty work. He'll block. He'll make catches in traffic. And then Neighbors shows good promise as a rookie. Just like every week, our matchups are really important to us, and we're gonna have to play well on the outside to be able to go. And generally, how well we play outside has a long way to go with how well we play in the game.
I mean, anytime you have a quarterback that can use his legs, like he can, I'm sure that, obviously it's an issue for us. We're going to try to key in as much as we can, on making sure that we can limit his possibilities. But they had a lot of quarterback runs, just like, catch run type of deal. So, it's an interesting, way of play, but we'll continue to, find ways to try to minimize it as much as possible.
Yeah, Daniel Jones, man, big, agile quarterback, likes to run. We had like 11 design runs already this year. It's a game plan to get him in the run game involved. They have a lot of direct runs too, with 28 or 26, and he likes to spread the ball around the field too. Like you said, they got a new great receiver, Malik Neighbors, speedy receiver, Jalen Hyatt. He has struggled with turnovers. I think he has 66 in 62 games, so you got to take advantage of that. Well, I think he's the second most targeted receiver in the whole league so far this season. So obviously they're trying to give him the ball. I think he had 18 targets last week, 10 receptions. You know who we got to stop.
And finally, it's Alumni weekend for the Browns. On Sunday, former kicker Phil Dawson and radio play-by-play broadcaster Jim Donovan will be inducted into the Legends Club. Both started when the Browns returned in 1999. Dawson became one of the greatest kickers in franchise history, while Donovan provided the soundtracks for 25 seasons. Here's head coach Kevin Stefanski and left guard Joel Bitonio.
I don't know Phil well. I do like really good kickers, so I think Phil and I would get along. But I know he means a lot to this fan base. Had some big moments for this organization, and then so excited for Jim and his family. It's an incredible honor. It's so well deserved, and you guys know. I think our fans know how special Jim is to me personally, to this building, to this fan base. He is truly the voice of the Cleveland Browns. So excited for Jim.
It's amazing. Being here for 11 years now. You're so used to seeing him around the locker room and hearing him call the games. You hear the highlights of him calling games. I know he's special, and I know people that have lived here their whole lives even have a bigger connection to him. And I think everybody on this team and the organization have such a respect for him. So him going in is special. And I know Dawson was our best kicker of all, one of our best kickers of all time. So it's a special weekend. I know they're having alumni come back for the the mock game and stuff. So it's always good to see some of the guys you played with and celebrate the history of the team.
So there you have it. Another week in the books. Browns Giants Sunday at Huntington Bank Field. Former partner Andy Baskin. I'm Daryl Ryder reminding you it's always game day in Cleveland.